What is going on, collective? Let's go ahead and start us off with some deep breaths. Welcome to Aquarius season. It's a bit different. Okay. Number 11 could be very significant for all of us right now. Okay. Angel numbers is very, very common right now. Okay. It's very significant right now to pay attention to the numbers. Okay. 111, 111, 1111. Okay, those are very significant. Number 33 is also very significant. Let's go ahead and keep up with those deep breaths, you guys. I have some notes here, okay? And I want to get into some tarot here. But before I get into the notes and the reading, I want to share a story with you, okay? Back in, I want to say 2018, 2019, I ended up in the psych ward. I was diagnosed with bipolar 2, severe depression with anxiety. I was in my manic phase. So mad. I was in my manic, like, at the highest. I had done an evaluation. I remember being in a room, and I'll always remember this in the back of my mind. I was in this room with a whole bunch of doctors, and they were evaluating, asking me all these questions. And in my mind, the whole time I was thinking, like, I don't really belong here. I don't. I knew that. But suppose that I was in there for a reason. I always believe that everything happens for a reason. This is just my life. It may not look like yours, but this is just my life. But I remember being in that room while I was being evaluated, and I was given all these prescriptions to take home. And I just remember, thinking the whole time I was in there, all these doctors and nurses talking to these patients that were in there, looking at them different. Do you know what I mean? These doctors and nurses in there, they were looking at these patients like, they were some crazy people. We were crazy people. But in my mind, I thought that we were just people, human beings with conditions. Wired differently, sure. But to me, I looked at those patients, I looked at all of us like we were just humans with problems. But I ended up in there. And I promise you there is a reason for this and why I'm telling you. When I was in there, I was writing a lot, with whatever it was that was in my mind, whatever it was that I was feeling at the time. My mind was everywhere. I was at my manic phase. And so I thought writing them down, writing my feelings down, writing my thoughts down helped me declutter my mind, without the prescriptions that were given to me. I knew my body was going through a lot. My mind was going through a lot. And the prescriptions that were given to me, I had to think about it twice. As soon as I got home, I went into my room and I thought, I'm so happy to be home. I'm so happy to be sleeping in my bed. I'm so happy to be like using my own pillow, using my own blanket, because they provided me all of that when I was in there. They provided me clothes. I couldn't wear my own clothes, so they provided me their clothes. And I was just so happy to be home. I just thought to myself, I was so happy to be wearing my clothes. I was so happy to be seeing my room. I was so happy to just be out of there. When I was in there, and let me tell you, 444, those people that I talked to, those patients that were in there, they seemed normal to me. I talked to them like a normal person. There was this one guy I sat right next to. It was this big room with TVs. You had a group of people over there playing a game, and you had a group of people here and here and here. And I always remember sitting right next to this guy, right? And I asked him, why are you in here? How'd you end up in here? And he looked at me and he said, I lost my family in a fire. And since then, he got on a bus, no destination. He didn't know where he was going. He just got on a bus and he just went away. He lost his family, his kids, his house. And I remember him telling me, I just got on the bus and I didn't know where to go. And somehow ended up in Las Vegas. And he was just out in the streets, didn't know where to go, no money. And they took him in the psych ward. Listening to all these patients' stories, and it made me realize that these people just need people to love them. These people just need people to listen to their stories, not give them motherfucking prescriptions. These are human beings with conditions, with problems, but they don't need to be injected with all kinds of motherfucking chemicals and shit that they don't really fucking need. All they need is love. All they need is somebody to talk to. Yeah, we're wired differently, but it don't mean treat us differently and like at our lowest. You know what I mean? I did not see these patients the way that the doctors and the nurses seen them. My point is, while I was in there, I had so many ideas. Mind you, I was in my manic phase. I'm over here thinking like, man, I can't wait to get home to paint. And it just so happened to be around that time when I started painting a lot. I had just broken up with this person. I had lost my job. I got fired from this job because I was so depressed. I wasn't doing well at work. My performance was poor. They fired me soon after. I lost my car. I lost everything. It was like one after another after another. I just kept losing everything. Next thing you know, I'm in my room and I'm just like crawled up in a ball and I'm just crying. And I knew then that I hit rock bottom. I lost friends that weren't really my friends, that presented themselves as friends, but they weren't friends. They were snakes. One after another, I started losing everything. And it just so happened to be around the time when I started painting a lot. And I didn't even know I had the ability to do that, you guys. For real. But when I was in the psych ward, all I was thinking was, I can't wait to get home to paint. I even remember telling a nurse this. And I remember her responding to me, well, you come back here and you show me one of your paintings. And I said, I will. I told her that. I remember that. It's coming back to me. I will. I said, I will. I'll paint you something. Because they had this painting in the office. And I was like, that's a beautiful painting. And she said, you paint? I said, I paint. And I remember her saying, well, you come back and you give me that painting. It just so happened to be around the time when I started painting, I started to be more creative. I came home from the psych ward and I told myself, I don't want to take these prescriptions. I looked at all my prescriptions. You got like 2 antidepressants, you got a mood stabilizer, you got one for anxiety, all kinds. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at my prescriptions and I'm like, I can't be doing this for the rest of my life. This cannot be my life, right? My life changed after that. My life shifted quick after that. As soon as I told myself, and as soon as I told myself, I don't want to take these prescriptions anymore, I got rid of them. I started looking into meditation. Like I put myself in discipline. And it was the hardest thing for me to do. It was the hardest thing for me to do. It was also around the time when I realized that nobody is going to step in and try to save you. Nobody can't save you. It was around the time when I realized that nobody can save you. Nobody can't save you. You save you. 10-10. You save you. I looked into meditation. I looked into yoga. Things were actually in order for the first time in my life. Here's my point and why I'm telling this story. That while I was in the psych ward, I had so many ideas. I had this vision in my mind. I had all kinds of ideas coming up. I was in my manic phase. And I thought to myself that when I get out of here, I'm going to make it. I'm going to keep up with the paintings. I'm going to be creative, and I'm going to do things I've never done before. And I'm going to prove to myself that I can. Not I won't and not I can't, but I can and I will. Collective. Perhaps in this season, it's about never giving up on your vision, your goals, your mission, your assignment, what you love most in life. And at the time, what I loved most in life was painting. Because every time I painted, I just immersed myself in the present moment, and it was like a never-ending feeling of bliss. And I just wanted to stay there. I didn't want it to end. Aquarius season is reminding us of that. To do what you love the most. This is about our illusions being broken, you guys. Perhaps for a lot of us, 12-12, you are losing your mind. And this is a breakthrough. Sometimes we got to get knocked down for us to come back stronger. I'm following the rhythm here, collective. Sometimes we got to fucking lose our minds so much, allowing ourselves to have these breakthroughs so that we can have these awakenings. I feel like this is what Aquarius season is asking of us to do, is to be brave in times of breakthroughs, to step up and to step out with courage, even if you are broken. You show up the next day and you do it again. This is tough for a lot of us. Because perhaps you never had parents growing up. You never had anybody to teach you how to do life. So you had to start all over. The fool's journey. You had to start all over. You had to give yourself a chance to actually live a life that is right for you. And never giving up on the vision that you had in your mind, never having to give up on the goals, the ideas that you had in your mind. Something's gotta like knock you out for you to wake up. Does that make sense? Something or somebody or whatever it is has to knock you out of your senses for us to be stronger, for us to step up even more stronger with courage this time around. And that perhaps some of us in this season are losing our mind because this is you having a breakthrough. It's actually a good thing. It may not feel like it's a good thing, but I'm getting that for things to come into fruition, to really change, for things to really, for things to be really good, for things to come out really good, something's gotta die. For something to come to life and to come to fruition, something in our life has to die and to be left behind. That perhaps you having that breakthrough is actually helping you get yourself out of the darkness, getting yourself out of the cycles, getting yourself out of the habits, getting yourself out of this loop of nothingness. but you also having to fill it up with nothingness. In Aquarius season, we're being asked to be brave and we're being asked to be bold. Aquarius as a personality is very unique. Just like how I remember those patients at the psych ward. They were all very unique people. And they all had a story to fucking tell. You know what I mean? We're all wired differently. But just because one is wired differently doesn't mean to treat them less. You know what I mean? And so how I remember these individuals at the psych ward, I just remember them as human beings with conditions and problems. But they aren't to be treated less than anybody else. That's just how I remember it. Aquarius season is asking of us to be brave and bold in what we say and what we do with integrity. And there's so much courage, you guys. I'm getting a lot of this bold, brave energy that's coming through. Because perhaps we've been in the pit for too long. We've been in the darkness for too long. We've been in this cycle of nothingness for too long that something's got to change. Something's got to come to light. Right? For some, this is about how much you have been carrying yourself for yourself. How much you have been caring for yourself, How much you have been caring for yourself. And for some of you, you were just simply chosen to break generational curses in your family. But you were the one that got the most disrespect, mistreatments. It ain't easy for a chosen out here, believe. It ain't easy for, God's children out here in this place we live in. No, it's hard out there. You know what I mean? Our chosens, we rarely ever get community. We rarely get support. You know what I mean? Anybody who out here, breaking generational curses in your family, you know what I mean. You hear me. You hear me instantly. But in this season, chosen, this is you falling in love with you. Okay? Perhaps it is about you falling in love with you because you've been in the pit in the darkness for way too long. Something's got to change. Perhaps you are one in this season going, I got to change. Something's got to change. Perhaps there's somebody in your life that's been put in your life that is pushing you to change, okay? This is all coming into alignment for somebody here. For some of you, you've been and have been reconstructing yourself. There's something also very significant about gaslighting yourself. Okay? There's something also very significant about triggers in this season. Okay, I'm following the rhythm here, you guys, as I'm looking at these notes that I've written down. We are reconstructing ourselves. And perhaps some things are coming into alignment and some things are also being removed for things to come into alignment even more. This is us prioritizing what is beneficial to one's holistic being. And if you are one out here feeling a bit crazy right now, you probably are in the right place, as crazy as that sounds. It doesn't feel right and it doesn't feel comfortable. There's no comfort in that. But I'm getting that it's got to be bad first before it even gets to the good part. for a lot of us right now, and I feel like I'm speaking to our chosens when I say this, for a lot of you chosens, you are exactly in the right place at the right time. I mean, you did something about it. Some may not understand this about you, and some are probably neglecting you because of it, because of the inner work that you've done, because for some reason, the more inner work that you do, the more haters you get. But exactly what I said earlier, that you were chosen in your family to break these generational curses for a reason. That is why you're being neglected. That is also why you're being rejected. There's a lot to understand here. And there has been a lot that you have been reflecting on and having to understand why you are in the position that you are in, to remind us, collective, and this is what's coming through right now. And I'm going to tell you that this whole thing is an experience. This human experience, this is all an experience. We never actually know what is going to come next. You know what I mean? And so it is so important to remind us that being in the present moment is what we actually need at the time. I've come to realize that there's really no future. There's really no past. That when you come into an agreement with yourself and then coming into alignment with your purpose, there's only really right here the truth about you. And perhaps there has been a lot of truth hidden coming to surface. There's been a lot of truth hidden coming to surface. Remember that Aquarius is brave and bold. Their personality is, I'm hearing, straightforward. And so as you come into alignment with your purpose, collective, I'm speaking to some of us here, okay? That when you are coming into alignment with your purpose, you did something about this. You did your healing, 2222, and now you are coming into alignment with whatever is meant for you. Remember that what is meant for you is never and will never miss you. It can't, because you did something about it. What is meant for you will not miss you, will never ever miss you. It will always come back to you. So when we come into alignment, collective, with our purpose, when things are now finally coming in order, some things need to be removed. Some things need to die. Perhaps some things you have left behind. Whatever it was that you had left behind, they're in regret and not having you in their life, by the way. Some are in regret, and a lot of it. Collective, hear me. Some are in regret. Whatever it was that you had left behind, whomever it was that you had left behind, collective, they are in regret not having you in their life. But they were removed from you for a reason, and now you're coming into alignment with your purpose even more. Something's got to die for something to come to fruition. Whatever it was that died, whatever it was that left, that you had to leave behind, it was never meant to be with you, because where you are going is somewhere new. And you couldn't take that thing with you because they don't accept you as you, the new you. So they were removed from you. There's a lot to understand here. There's also a lot that you are reflecting on, that you're thinking to yourself, I don't even know why I was with that person. I don't even know why I had shared this thing with that person. I'm sharing too much. I had shared too much. I had said too much. I had done this for this person way too much. I had done this and provided for this person way too much, more than I could have, right? This is us coming into alignment with our purpose and prioritizing what is beneficial to our holistic being. Where are you in your life where you feel unsatisfied? Change it. Where in your life need more reconstruction, improvement? Change it. Aquarius season is pushing us to know our truth. Ooh. Aquarius season is aligning us with our truth, even if you don't like it. As a matter of fact, a lot of us are coming into our truth and we're going, ugh. That's actually worse. You're actually making it worse when you react that way. Because it shows no gratitude. You know what I mean? A lot of us are being put in order. So a lot of what you're feeling, you don't feel comfortable with because it's bringing you your truth in this season. And the truth that you are seeing about yourself, you don't like. Because this requires of you to be honest. And perhaps you haven't been honest with yourself. Things are changing, collective. Globally, I keep getting that word. This is things coming into place finally. But what you're seeing with your eyes and what you're seeing with your eye, you may not be comfortable with. Because it's a lot of truth and the truth hurts. The truth hurts and the truth cuts. That when you see the truth, you sometimes even have the tendency to deceive yourself. Does that make sense? It's actually crazy how that works. That even one would rather and choose to deceive oneself than to be honest with oneself. Where does that come from? This is where we gaslight ourselves. Don't do that. Don't do that. This is where reflection, self-reflection, introspection steps in. Because we've been way far from our truth and knowing our truth. Perhaps you've been attaching yourself with different energies, attaching yourself with different personalities, different energies around you that you weren't supposed to attach yourself with. A lot of us have been holding on to former lovers' energy. And a lot of this is being cut. Okay, there's a lot of cutting cords here. Okay. But I'm getting that some of us have been holding on to the emotions that you are still holding on to your former lover's energy. They still linger. Their energy still lingers. You know, that kind of energy that I'm getting right now. This is, I'm getting sometimes really hard to even fathom. When you go through a breakup, you know, you go your separate ways. But just because physically you're going separate ways, it does not mean that you're not still holding on to emotions from one another, you know. There's still a lot of inner work that needs to be done after the breakup. Does that make sense? This is the energy that's coming through. I'm following the rhythm here, collective. That when the two break up, physically you're separating yourselves from each other, but it does not mean that that's it. You know what I mean? Because there's inner work that also needs to be done after the separation. Just because you're separated physically, it does not mean that it's over. That's it. That there's nothing there, you know, to cut ties with. You know, there's still a lot of inner work that needs to be done after a breakup. Sometimes, for some of us, we hold on to it and we don't even know we're holding on to it until we tap in and go, oh shit, it's still in there. Or until something or someone from the outside that triggers you and you're going, it's still there. Sometimes the pain that we hold on to in our system, we don't even know it's there until we give it our attention. That's messed up. But it is also allowing us to care for ourselves the way that we care for other people. It's also allowing us to be soft and gentle with ourselves. It is allowing us to be more kind and compassionate to ourselves because perhaps we haven't been for a long time. There's a lot of truth here that's coming through, collective. There's a lot of truth that we're not accepting right now. Excuse me. There's a lot of truth that we are not accepting right now. But the question is, why aren't we? What is triggering us that we are not accepting our truth? And what is it that is triggering us that we are not allowing ourselves to accept the truth? I'm getting that the triggers will help you find it. I'm getting that the triggers will help you find the truth about something. This truth that I'm speaking of, you guys, is different. It looks different to all of us. It looks different in your life, in everyone's life, right? You know, this could be truth in a relationship. This could be truth coming to surface in your parents' relationship. That's coming through right now. I'm following the rhythm here. This could be truth coming to surface about a friendship. Okay, and there's a lot of truth coming through in this friendship. And you're seeing things unravel, you're seeing things unfold, and you're going, wow, that's not exactly what I had in my mind about this person, you know? It's like seeing somebody for the first time and seeing their true colors for the first time, even though you've been friends for years. Does that make sense? That even after you've been friends with this person for 12 years, now you're really seeing their true colors, and you're going to yourself, have I been betraying myself this whole time? That I haven't been seeing the truth about this person? That's the truth I'm talking about. For some of us, a lot of the truth that's coming to surface is the truth coming from your family, in the family dynamic. Okay, there's a lot of truth coming out there, coming out from that. You know, this is a lot of truth coming to surface about your mom, your dad. I'm hearing uncle. That's very specific. That just came through right now. There's a lot of truth, and there's been a lot of truth hidden now coming to surface, and everyone's going, oh my gosh, that's what it is. It's like seeing somebody's true colors for the first time, even though you've been with them this whole time. But perhaps this is our perception, collective. I want to mention, and I have some cards here, okay? I'm just following the rhythm here. I know I've been speaking a lot without the cards, but there has been a lot of serious matters that needs our attention. That has not been reconstructed. And or has not been, I'm hearing, completed. So this is like somebody's healing journey. I'm speaking to somebody here who has been in this healing journey. And you are going, wow, there has been a lot of truth coming from this. situation, coming from this relationship, coming from this marriage, coming from this friendship that I wasn't really paying attention to this whole time when I should have been paying attention to it. Perhaps you have been distracted this whole time. Perhaps you've been brainwashed, manipulated this whole time. Perhaps you thought you were in a good place with this person, but now everything's coming into place and you're going, wow, this isn't exactly what I thought it was. Now, while that's happening, for some, the opposite is happening to you. For some, there's a lot of honesty. And there's a lot of money. There's a lot of money coming through for you. For some, there's a lot of honesty. And boldness. And opportunity. Because you're going, this is my truth. I accept. It's not easy for me too, but I accept. It's like you having to come into an understanding with yourself and the people around you, and you're going, okay, making amends, healing that part of you, changing that part of you, reconstructing that part of you, and you're going, there's a lot of acceptance here. And for some of you, there's a lot of peace. Finally. And you know where that came from? Your hard work, baby. Your dedication, baby. Your willingness, baby. And your integrity, baby. A lot of that honesty is showing up. People are now seeing your truth. And they're going, why did I ever talk shit about that person? Why did I ever mess with that person? Why did I ever bully that person? Why was I ever mistreating that person? Now people are in regret and treating you like shit. And now they're seeing your truth and they're going, wow. Right? But you over here just persevering, collective. Accepting your truth. Coming face to face with your truth and the challenges that come with that. Because when there is truth, collective. When there is truth, collective, there's at least one person that's going to try and, you know what I mean? There's at least one person that's going to try to sabotage your truth. Because it's real and it's raw. And what I mean by real, I mean like you've been staying true to you. This is actually a really perfect time to just dream, reflect, be bold, express. This is actually a time for us to like really get honest, for real. Like honest with you and where you are with you. This has nothing to do with like anybody at this point. Is having to stay in your lane and going focus. Focus. Remember your strength. Remember your capabilities. Oh my gosh, this is coming through. It's like seeing me and you as one equally. Not seeing me and you divided with hate and animosity. No. This is equally. You see? It's you separating yourself for a while and getting to know yourself and then coming back out and being like a part of the community, a part of a village or a part of a community. It is you having to separate yourself for a little bit and getting to know yourself in depth, getting to just really know yourself, and then coming back out and then coming together with a community. Is seeing you and me as one equally. But you see, in this world that we live in, it doesn't always work out that way, and is not as easy as we think it is. But I suppose this is where the practice and the discipline comes in. Because in practice and in discipline, can we actually really be more efficient? You know what I mean? This is having to fall in love with yourself. And then attracting somebody else who is also falling in love with themselves, and you both coming together and falling in love with each other. And just being in love. And just fucking going crazy. Just crazy in love. Beyonce crazy in love. Like, living out your dreams, setting your goals, and keeping up with your assignment and your mission, and just falling in love with life. When was the last time you ever felt like that? I felt the need to say that right now. I think that's the energy that just came through right now. Is like, when was the last time you actually felt that? When was the last time you actually fell in love with life? With the person you are with your partner? When was the last time you actually had a good time? It's a time to, I'm hearing, make things happen. And for some of y'all, it's coming to you. I have the Hermit, Star, 4 of Wands. I'm hearing marriage, and the 10 of Coins. This has been about being present with your family, and even being present in the family feud. I'm hearing that. It's even having to be present with the people that you don't even like, but getting to know them in a different perspective, and not putting yourself in a place where you're always going, I don't like you, I don't like you, I don't like you, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. But looking at them in a different perspective, so that you're not in that mindset of going, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I don't even like you. It is like our perception, it's really like giving us an opportunity to see people in a different light. Like we can't stay hating on each other forever, can we? Like, are we going to allow ourselves to do that, is what I mean, I guess. For some of you, this is about marriage. This is about getting together. I'm hearing the word needing. But it's also committal. This is more commitment. This is more like marriage. This is more of like, getting together and talking about having life together and doing life together forever and ever, babe. That type of energy. And for a lot of us, this is about us literally living our dreams right now. Like, we are living our dreams right now. We are literally seeing our dreams coming true. This is illusions being broken and really seeing yourself for who you truly are. It's like you have this tendency to gaslight yourself. It's the imposter syndrome that I'm getting here. It's like you having this like tendency to gaslight yourself so much because you're just the fucking shit, man. Because I mean that in a way that you did something and you worked really hard to get it and you earned it. You earned it. You earned it. You earned it. You motherfucking earned it. You earned it. Because you did something about it. You did something about it. You did something about it. 4444. You did something about it. You earned it. And so now you're actually seeing your dreams coming true. All those times you've put in every day, practicing and discipline, you know, and you had done this on your own. Okay, that's the energy I'm getting here. You had, for some, it's like you had done this on your own. You earned it. You really did. And now you're really seeing things coming true, your vision coming true. You're seeing that in this season. And then for a lot of us, ooh, I just got chills on my arm. For a lot of us, it is falling in love with life again. Because for a long time, you were suppressed. For a long time, you had no idea that the life that you were living actually wasn't the life that you wanted to really see yourself in. It's like now you're realizing that this is not the life this is not the life that I want to be in forever. This isn't the lifestyle that I want to have forever. You know, for some of you guys, you're waking up to something and you're going to yourself, I need to change this about myself, or I need to get moving, or I need to carry this out further, or something like that, that type of energy. I need to, like, I'm hearing the word grind more. I'm getting that, you know, this is us getting to know ourselves more, or getting to know another part of ourselves that we haven't really paid attention to or even given attention to. You know, this could be in terms of like where you are with your creativity. This could be in terms of like how you feel about yourself and your creativity, where you have been with your creativity or where you have not been with your creativity, and you're just now waking up to it and you're going, I should create more. I should be, you know, moving more or something. I should be reading more, something like that. You having to fall in love with life all over again. But this looks different for everybody, because for some, falling in love with life means you having to immerse yourself in a book and being completely satisfied in the moment. For some, it's doing something for the first time that you wanted to try, a new hobby that you've always wanted to try, but you never got a chance to do it. And now you're in this season going, I should do that, because I never know what that is going to lead me to. You know, for some, this is like waking up to your own talents and your own capabilities, and you never thought that you could ever, you know, tap into that again and be great. And really be great at it, and sometimes even making profit. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of us, I'm getting that a lot of us are waking up to things that we didn't think we were capable of. We're waking up to things, and this could be like a truth about you that you never thought you can live up to. But now it's like you feel like there's a bigger space to fill, and you're filling it in with your talents, capabilities, hope, justice, your strengths. It's like this space now filled with things that you never thought you could ever bring to yourself by yourself on your own. I'm hearing it. This is brave. This is you being more brave. This is you stepping up and being more brave. This is you stepping up and being more confident in yourself. Because perhaps that's what Aquarius's personality is like, confidence. I have confidence because I hold truth. And with truth comes confidence. Okay, that's what I'm getting, but it's a different type of confidence. It's like, I don't care to be bold. I don't care to be loud. But like loud in the most subtle way. Does that make sense? I don't care to speak up about the truth. I'm getting like, this is you having to care less, but caring more about what you love most and what you love to do the most. It's caring less about what people think about you and caring more about what you're able to do with the people and coming together, equally as you and me, you as me, equally. Is having to fill up that space with me and you in community. It is having to fill that space with ingenuity. I'm getting that word. Innovation. Clarity. This is having to fall in love with life all over again for some. And this time around, doing it correctly. It is also having to use your emotions and letting that drive you, but not drive you crazy, but using it to your advantage. I have the Queen of Cups and the Ten of Cups. Somebody is like about to like get married here. Okay, it's like there's a marriage here. Okay, I keep getting that. Ten of Cups and the Queen of Cups. Appreciating your emotions. I think this is you having to get to know your own emotions, and there's more acceptance this time around than before. Okay. I think I'm going to end it here, you guys. I love you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in to another reading. I will see you in the next. My name is Kimber. Love and peace. Take care and happy Aquarius season. I love you.